Alright, hello sports fans. I believe we are live. And we have the Panthers against the Stallions right now. Wait, I don't think I'm live. Yes, I am. I am live. Alright, so um we're going to have a live watch party here for the Panthers against the Stallions game. Hold on, let me just bring up the comments really quickly. We're going just bringing up my comments, and they've got a countdown to kickoff, or countdown to USFL is what they're calling it. But it starts in just over 5 minutes. And I'm gonna put a poll out in like 2 seconds, as soon as I pull up these comments, which is like right now. There we go. Alright, and I'm gonna ask you guys who's gonna win. The Panthers or the Stallions? So make sure to vote on that poll, which I just put out, of who's going to win, Panthers or Stallions. I have the Stallions taking this one home. They're undefeated. They've looked like they're the best team so far. And if you have a score prediction, make sure to let me know. I forget what I said. Let me check. Here we are. Just bringing up my score prediction. Okay, this is not cooperating. Give me one. Oh, here we go. I said Stallions 28-17. And I believe the Stallions will be without star linebacker Scooby Wright. Hold on, let me just change this setup 1 second. Because he was transferred to the inactive roster. And that's gonna mean he's not playing, so let me just check that real quick. So, vote on that poll. Let me know who's going to win this game. Stallions or Panthers. Wide receiver Michael Dearest will be inactive. Inactive rosters, CJ Marable. So that means Bo Scarborough's going to see a bigger role, as well as Tony Brooks-James. Quarterback Montel Cozart. Wide receiver Jeffrey Thomas. Safety Malik Gant. Inside linebacker Scooby Wright. Offensive tackle Matthew Snow. And inside linebacker Quinnen Pauling. So that does not impact my prediction at all. But I do think the Stallions will still get the win. I'm just getting the Panthers inactives up right now. I think Paxton Lynch is still inactive. Yep, he's inactive. Alright, so inactives for the Panthers. Quarterback / wide receiver. Okay. Oh, that's the guy who caught the touchdown last week. But safety Orion Stewart. Linebacker Alexander Vaney-Coco. Hopefully I said his name correctly. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Quarterback Paxton Lynch. Wide receiver, I'm not going to attempt to say his name. Cornerback Joseph Patu. Tight end Ryan O'Malley. Quarterback / wide receiver Eric Biari. If I'm saying these names wrong, sorry, I'm trying my best. Oh, this is an easy one. Cornerback Eddie Graham. Then we got offensive tackle Keith Williams and Keshawn Tyson, a defensive lineman, are the inactives for the Panthers. And as of now, it would appear the starting quarterback for the Stallions is Jamar Smith. But we will have to wait and see until they officially take the field. As they're set to kick it away, so make sure to vote on that poll if you haven't already. And I'm going to end it in about 2 seconds. Reggie Corbin, the running back for the Panthers, is back deep to receive the kick. And the Stallions kick it away, and we are officially underway. And Corbin returns it to the 25-yard line. Let me know if you like the colors of this stuff up the top of the screen. Just gotta bring them a little closer. I think that's good colors for each team, so I'm gonna keep them right there. Alright, so I'm going to end this poll. If you have a score prediction... Oh, I missed a few comments. Sorry about that. Calling an upset Panthers 23-20. Okay. I could see that, but I don't think it will happen. Just joined. Who are you picking? Colors look good. Okay. I'm picking the Stallions to take this one home. I think I said 28-17. Patterson with a receiver who was open but didn't look for the ball. I believe that is Joe Walker, number 8. Brian Allen, the corner on that play, went to go cover the fake swing pass. And that left number 8, I believe that is Joe Walker, wide open. 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. And if ever I call a team the wrong name, just know what I mean. There's Reggie Corbin, who gets forward for a first down. Maybe 3rd and short. That was... yeah, Joe Walker. First and 10. Okay, so they did give him a first down there. There's a handoff to wide receiver Lance Lenore, who gets 5. This Panthers offense has been definitely... Uh-oh. Something just happened. This table is not going to stand. Uh-oh. Hold on. We've got a problem. No, I'm not going to hold this the entire time. Shea Patterson to Lance Lenore again for about 8. Hold on. Don't know how I'm going to do this now. This is not going to work, but... Alright, I'm just going to put my knee here to hold it up. And I'm just going to move my waters to the other table, so I don't accidentally knock them over. I think that sounds like a good plan. Equipment malfunction, yeah. There's a toss to Corbin out of the backfield. I think I may have missed a play. Who gets about 5 again? Second and 3, stay. 1 second. Just gonna turn my microphone off for 1 second as there's a first down. Alright, so I have some assistance, but I'm going to need to do this really quickly. 1 second. One second. Second down, and I don't know how much. This is getting really annoying on my knee. It just won't stand anymore. Alright, sorry about that, guys. 1 second. There's a handoff to Stevie Scott, who gets to make that a 3rd and short, probably 3rd and less than a yard. Third and 1 for the Panthers. 1 second. There's a handoff to Stevie Scott up the middle, who gets all the way down to the 23-yard line. Alright, I'm going to need to be right back for 1 second. So, I'm going to put the be right back screen up, and I will see you guys in however long this takes. Hopefully it doesn't take long. Hold on 1 second. One second. Alright, we are back. Sorry about that. I think we have... Uh-oh. Okay. We have somewhat figured this problem out. Alright, here we go. Okay, I fixed it. Now I'm not touching it. That was very strange. But we fixed it. If I put something here, can you guys see it? No, you can't. Okay. I'm going to put that here. I'll just keep that one there. Sorry. I had to bring a different table here. As Bo Scarborough, the first time I've seen him in the backfield. Do I have my volume back on? Yeah, okay. Alright, so sorry about that, guys. I did see Jamar Smith looking to take a deep shot downfield, and he does, but no one is there. Okay. Smith and the receiver were definitely not on the same page there. The score is 3-0 Panthers. And this is much better. Alright, so now I'm not going to touch that. And hopefully it won't fall over like the other one did. Smith to throw. Finds Marwin Williams for about 15. So now, first and 10 at the 40-yard line. Bo Scarborough, I believe, is number 45 for the Stallions, or 25. And yeah, that's not Tony Brooks James. And Scarborough gets the ball, lowers his shoulder for about 7. Yeah, Bo Scarborough is number 25. It's ironic because he's also 25 years old. Alright, so, everything should be back to normal for you guys. Jamar Smith and the Stallions offense at their own 46-yard line. There's a screen pass out to Victor Bolden, who gets forward for about 5 yards and a first down. There's a handoff to Bo Scarborough again, who again gets a good chunk of yardage. Now they're showing all of Bo Scarborough's Alabama teammates, and he's got some good names on there: Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Josh Jacobs, Damian Harris, there was 2 others, Kenyon Drake and someone else. 2nd and 5, looks like there may have been a false start there. Yep, I think they're going to flag down for a false start. Look like the left guard there on Birmingham. So currently 3-0 Panthers. Oh. And they have a, I don't know what this is because they're not putting it up on the screen. 2nd and 10, okay. Smith to throw over the middle, finds, nope, doesn't find Victor Bolden. That was knocked away by number 23. Let's see who that is. That is Jalen Jalen Burrell. I don't know how to say his name, but him. So he had pressure in his face when he let that throw go. Third and 10 now for the Stallions at the Michigan Panthers 47-yard line. Smith to throw for it over the middle, and there's Osiris Mitchell, who spins away from one defender and is then pushed forward to the 24-yard line, maybe 25. Or I should say 25, maybe 24. He, at one point, led the USFL in receiving touchdowns. First and 10, as Osiris Mitchell's 13 catches, 208 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Caught a touchdown pass in each of the first 3 games. There's a pass to number 1, but he took his eye off the ball and didn't even... There's Peyton Ramsey. Number 1 is Peyton Ramsey, but he took his eye off the ball and did not catch it. Alright, second and 10 for the Stallions. Smith over the middle, a little high, but does find Marlon Williams for a first down. There is a flag down on the play. Let's see what it is. It was a face mask on the defense. It may have been on the tackle, but I didn't see a face mask there. Because... let's see. Yes, but they did get the wrong... They put up number 4, but it was Houston who's number 1. I don't even know who number 4 is. Or either of them, actually. Jameson Houston is a corner, and number 1 is... Oh, wait. Jameson Houston is number 1. There's a run. I don't know what that was, actually. I wasn't paying attention. But it looks like an outside handoff to... That may have been Tony Brooks-James, but that got stuffed. Point is, now it's second and goal from the 4, maybe 5-yard line. Second and goal from the 4 for the Stallions, looking to answer at least with a field goal, as there's Bo Scarborough, who gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage again. Maybe lost a few inches, but point is, didn't get anywhere. The Panthers defense has allowed 3 touchdowns on 12 red zone opportunities, I believe that said, which is best in the USFL. It's now a big third and goal here for the Stallions. Well, it's not really huge because, we're in the first quarter. Smith to throw for it, and that is knocked away, intended for Victor Bolden. To bring up fourth and goal, and it looks like they're going to have to settle for a field goal, so I'm going to get set to change the score. That could have been intended for Marlon Williams, after they showed that replay, but I don't think so. I don't think it was thrown hard enough. As here's a 22-yard field goal. And it is right down the middle. And the Stallions kicker has been one of the best all season and continues to be the best. So 3-3. The Stallions now answered the Panthers' opening drive field goal. And I believe there's like 2:45 left. In the first quarter. 2:07. 2:07. That clock isn't always right that I look at. Okay, maybe it was. Oh, right. Because I forgot. Because I'm looking at the play-by-play, and I was like incomplete, and then 2:11 left. So between 2:07 and 2:11. But what I was looking at was because I forgot the clock doesn't stop on incompletions in the first and third quarter. Go Stallions. Okay. I think it's going to be a close game. Both defenses have looked decent so far. Each team, I believe, has only had one drive, unless I missed something significant when we had my equipment malfunction. Nope. Both teams go at least 10 plays, at least 5 minutes, both with a field goal. The Stallions went significantly further. And I'm not sure if you guys remember, but remember when the Panthers had their kicker struggles? They now have a new kicker. Cole Murphy, I believe is his name. Yeah, Cole Murphy, and he's been pretty good ever since he got signed. And they also signed a new punter this week because they had Michael Carrizosa, who was doing both kicking and punting and was not good at kicking. Okay, I went to go check the kicker's stats, like to see his field goal percentage and stuff like that, but apparently they don't have a page made for Cole Murphy. Alright, so that clock I looked at was right. 2:07 left in the first quarter as the Stallions kicked this ball away. Back to Reggie Corbin and the Panthers offense as Corbin on the return tries to find a lane up the middle, but that closed quickly, and he gets up to the 33-yard line. Okay. So the Panthers will get their offense will get the ball when they come back from this commercial break. Again, I think I didn't see a ton of the first drive because my table fell and I was holding it up with my knee and that was very uncomfortable. And I didn't see the very end of it when they kicked the field goal, but I did see the score was 3-0, so I put that comment there. But now, the quarterback play for the Panthers has consistently been improving. So I just want to check something from last week's game, because I know they signed Josh Love, or claimed him off the waivers. But I don't know if he played at all. Last week would have been his first opportunity to play. But I'm not sure if he did. Just checking really quickly. Okay, the Panthers had 4 people attempt passes, and only 1 was a quarterback, I believe. Well, Cole Murphy attempted a pass on, I guess, like a fake punt or a fake kick. But I don't believe he played. Okay. So I don't think Josh Love has played, and you're probably thinking they do have Paxton Lynch. Yes, they do. but he is inactive for this game, out with an injury he suffered week 3, I believe, against the... No, I don't remember. Maulers, maybe? Against the Maulers, I believe. No, it wasn't the... Okay, he suffered his injury week 2. No, week 3. I was right. Oh, I'm forgetting we're in week 6. Something for the Panthers, I feel like we've seen less and less and less of Cam Scarlett. Yeah, Paxton Lynch started off the game really good. I'm not necessarily through the air, 3 for 8 for 23 yards, but on the ground, he was leading the offense, scored a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, then left with an injury. Shea Patterson to throw. Rolls out right. Maybe sliding catch there. Coming back to the ball by Lance Lenore, but they're going to rule it incomplete. And something to watch is Shea Patterson. He is at his best when he's on the run outside of the pocket. As that pass we see again. Yep, that bounced just before it hit his hand. That's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Patterson with a handoff to Reggie Corbin, who gets about 4, maybe 5. I think they're going to give him 4. 3rd and 6. As the Panthers have a great ground game, 2nd most in terms of, couldn't see what that is. Most yards a carry, I know that. 3rd and 7 for the Panthers. Okay, so they only give him 3 there. I'd expect them to go to the air here. Patterson, yep, they are going to throw. Escapes pressure, and that is thrown over the head of Joe Walker. It went off his fingers, I believe. And that's going to bring up 4th and 7. I mean, yeah, Shea Patterson could have made a better throw, but I feel like that's Joe Walker's job to bring that ball in. Yeah. Could have been a better throw, but it wasn't a horrible throw. That's Joe Walker's job to catch that ball. And now here's their punter. I forget his name. As that is a good kick, fielded at the 23 by Victor Bolden, who did not call for a fair catch. I believe the guy who was down there thought he called for a fair catch, but he did not. And he gets it up to the 27-yard line with 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Oh, here's the punter, Kyle Kramer. 24 years old, out of Miami, Ohio. And doesn't even have a name on the back of his jersey yet. Alright, so now 6 seconds left, but only in the first quarter. Obviously, we still have the second quarter before halftime. So, you would think this is the last play of the first quarter. There's play action. There's a throw to Osiris Mitchell. And that's the end of the first quarter. So now something about Osiris Mitchell is I thought he was a bigger receiver, and he definitely is. I mean, but he's huge. He's 6'5". That is huge for a receiver. He's 6'5", 210. He's more of a tight end than a receiver, but is still a very, very good receiver. The Stallions, they have a few good receivers. Obviously, they've got, what's his name? Victor Bolden. So I'm just going to go through and name all the receivers. They got Michael Dearest, who's, I believe, inactive for this game. Peyton Ramsey is another receiver. Jeffrey Thomas, I haven't heard of him before. Like, I haven't heard of a lot of these guys. And Marlon Williams. So, yeah, I really do think the first Osiris Mitchell is their definite number 2 option in just about everything. Obviously, the first would be Victor Bolden. That was a fast quarter. Yeah, it was. Only 30 minutes. Yeah, pretty quick. Well, because the Panthers, they ate up a lot of time with their drive because they're a running team, and even no, really, the Panthers really equal field position or equal time of possession. I don't know why I said field position. Up to this point, okay, the Stallions have 20 more seconds at this point. Both 2 drives, Stallions have ran 1 more play. Stallions almost doubled in yardage and yards per play. Through the air, the Stallions have the clear advantage. So, offensively in general, I would give the advantage definitely to the Stallions. But on the ground, you can definitely make an argument, I should say, for the Panthers. But I think the Stallions have the better overall offense. Overall defense, I would think it would be... I don't know. That one's really tough for the better overall defense. I think they're both really good. I don't know. Statistically, I'll check 1 second. Just want to find this out really quickly. 1 second. Passing yards a game offensively is the Breakers. Rushing yards a game, I know the Panthers are 2. Generals are 1. Points allowed, the fewest, that is the Panthers. So they have statistically the best defense. If there's a run up the middle with, I believe that is Scarborough for about 3. Yes, that was Bo Scarborough. Second and 7. Stallions defense is 4th. In between are the Breakers and Generals. Jamar Smith over the middle. Oh, that's dropped by Osiris Mitchell. That could have been a... He was thinking about what he could have done after the catch. Because you saw him kind of go like... Start to loop back and try to get around the defenders. Hit him in a bad spot. The hands. Third and 7. Now for the Stallions. Designed rollout for Jamar Smith, and he has to go down as he is sacked from behind by number 42. That is Ventrell McMillan, a defensive end out of Chattanooga for the Panthers. And now the Stallions punt this ball away, and it is fielded by Joe Walker before he goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Why is this clock still running? That should stop. Okay, apparently clocks run during commercial breaks too. It should have stopped as soon as he went out of bounds at about 13:33. But I'm looking back. Cole Murphy's field goal for the Panthers, that was 56 yards. Something the other kicker would have definitely not made. Just looking at the poll in the community tab of my channel. So if ever you guys, I always forget to say it, in my predictions video, but I always post the games in the community tab, and you guys can vote. So looking at this game, 76% said the Stallions, 24% said the Panthers. So let's see what percentage is right there. For the Bandit Stars game, which was earlier today, it was 52% got that one right. Because I believe it was 35-28, if I recall correctly. Whoa. Okay, I went to go touch this, and now it's gonna fall over. Okay, should be good now. So, 1st and 10 for the Panthers, as they do put time back on the clock, as it should have been, because the clock kept running. Reggie Corbin breaks one arm tackle, or really just a jersey grab tackle, which you can't really call a tackle, and then gets forward for about 4 to 5 yards. Not 45, 4 or 5. Second and 5 for the Panthers. Wide receiver in motion, that is number 11. I don't know who that is. He's going to get chopped down after a gain of maybe 1 yard. Number 11 is... Oh, well, Michael Petway. I've heard of him before. Like, that's actually a tight end. Okay. Like, I've heard of him from the USFL. I haven't heard of a lot of USFL players before. Like, I'd heard of, like, the big names like Paxton Lynch, Shea Patterson. I'd heard of Kyle Willetta. But really that's it. Like, I've heard of Bo Scarborough before he joined the USFL. But, like, I hadn't heard of a lot of people before. Patterson steps up in the pocket for launching a deep shot down the field for Lance Lenoir. But that is broken up by Brian Allen. I believe he was going for the pick there, but off his hands. Unable to corral it, or bring it in, I should say. As Patterson felt the pressure and stepped up in the pocket. Someone's name I'm typically saying a lot when I do Stallion games is not Scooby Wright. I know he's inactive, but I do say his name a lot. Is DeMarcus Gates. I haven't seen him all over the place like he usually is. Fielded by Victor Bolden on a hop or two. Actually, could be a horse collar tackle, and there is a penalty marker there. So that's going to tack on 15 yards. That's going to be really, really good starting field position there for the Stallions once you add on the 15. And it was a face mask penalty, not a horse collar tackle. And that was tackled by a guy I just said, well, Michael Petway. Alright, so let's see. They didn't say the penalty. Michigan 33. Okay, that is really good starting field position. Considering they were punting the ball from their own 26. So when you look at it, when you look back on it, it looks like a horrible call, or just anything in general. But I mean, punting the ball away was the right call there. But because punt for 22 yards to Birmingham 33. Return from the 33 to the Panthers 48, and then a 15-yard personal foul for a face mask puts him at the 33 of the Panthers. Alright, so I think anything aside from a touchdown would really be a disappointment here for the Stallions, especially considering how good they've been. Oh, and I'm not sure if you guys remember, or if you guys were on the stream, but it was not last week, but 2 weeks ago? Maybe it was last week. I really don't know. But so I'm seeing the crowd from the overhead view. It definitely looks like it's a Stallion game. You've got a lot more fans than you would see in a normal game. I mean, so no, I'll get to this in a second, and I may even take this, or I'll get to this at halftime, and I may even take this and put it on a video on to my channel, but I'm not sure. There's a catch by Osiris Mitchell for about 1 yard. Now what was I checking? I went to go check some stats, and now I don't remember what I was checking. That's great. If someone can tell me in the comments, that would be great, because yeah, I was on the stats page, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Alright, so if you guys remember what I said, that would be great. But if not, no big deal. 2nd and 9 for the Stallions at the Panthers' 30-yard line. Smith right back to Osiris Mitchell, who makes one man miss and then scores his 3rd touchdown of the season. And we have our first touchdown of the ball game, and it is Osiris Mitchell from Jamar Smith, a 30-yard catch and run for the Stallions. Just a simple curl route. Made the corner miss, and then there was nobody else there. As on to kick the extra point. Well, wait, this makes no sense. They've got sections, like, blocked off. I don't know what to call it. But, like, and then they have a bunch of fans standing up by, like, the concourse area. Or is that a baseball term? I'm not sure. Stallions take the lead. Yep. 10-3. The annoying thing is I don't think the USFL's reported attendance for any game except the first game. No, just viewership. But going back to this viewership thing real quick, the most viewed game in terms of millions of viewers was obviously the first game, 3.07 million. Aside from that, it was the Breakers against Gamblers with 1.16 million. Just an interesting fact. Alright, so now we're still waiting for them to come back from a commercial break. And I was checking USFL attendance. Everything's all TV stuff and stuff like that. So the Stallions are set to kick it away after taking the 10-3 lead, as you can see on the top of your screen. What's the delay here? Alright, there's some kind of delay. There may be a lightning delay or something like that, like there was last time. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's delayed for some reason. Alright, so it's delayed for some reason. I would assume some type of lightning delay like last week. But I'm not sure. So it's delayed for some reason. So, don't know what it is. You would think it's lightning, because why else would football be delayed? So now the very unfortunate thing for the USFL is they had a good amount of fans there for this game, and just wonder how many of them are going to stay and come back, stuff like that, like for today. Yeah, it's a weather delay. It's in a 30-minute weather delay. Okay. So now we have to figure out something to do for 30 minutes. So what do you guys want to do? Oh, here it is. Play suspended due to lightning in the area. So 10-3 Stallions. Uh-oh. 10-3 Stallions as we go into another weather delay. Alright, so 30 minutes, so approximately 9 o'clock this game will return. Now they're showing the... Oh, okay. Let's watch the Panthers Bandits game. Sorry, the Stars Bandits game. I didn't see that game. Let's watch that. Okay. No, I'm kidding. They just put that on during the weather delay. I will be watching this because I did not get to see this. But play the game that you played last time during the delay. What game? Do you mean the best player on each team, or Weddle, the NFL player guessing game? Alright, I'm not gonna talk about this game, but oh, that would have been a cool catch. Okay, I just said I'm not gonna talk about that game. I just hope this game isn't this delay isn't 3 hours, and then it'll be at 11:30. Yeah, we're gonna resume play now. The guessing game. Okay, let's play Weddle. Let's do that. Alright, so I'm going to try to do a screen share real quick. So the screen is going to go black really quickly, as you probably just saw. So the screen's going to go black while I figure this out. Or actually, I could just do it this way. Never mind. Alright, sorry about that. So, we are going to play a Weddle. And I'm going to just try to figure out how to do a screen share now. There we go. That was easier than I expected. Alright, so now I just gotta shrink. I have to shrink me. Alright, 1 second. Alright, so now I gotta figure out how to do this again. This should work. There we go. I guess I could just put myself there. Wait a minute. No, I just messed this up. Okay, there we go. Does that look good? Obviously, I'm just going to get rid of the score and quarter real quick. And this is Weddle Unlimited. So if you guys have any guesses, put them in the comments. But I'm not sure if I'll be looking at the comments because... Alright, so Weddle. Let's start off with a random player. Let's go him. Zach Moss. Okay. So we got a running... No. Alright, so this is normal mode. So we'll do a few normals and then a few hards. Alright, 1 second, guys. So it says 30-minute weather delay, so it should be rather soon. Chicago Bears? No, it's an AFC player. Alright, I'll start off with the Bears player next round. Because this is Weddle Unlimited, so you can do as many as you want. Alright, so we got... It's not Zach Moss, so it's an AFC player. It's not a running back, taller than 5'9". So, of course I had to go with the short player. And older than 24. Okay, let's go with Patrick Mahomes. Okay, it's not a quarterback. So it's probably going to be a wide receiver because tight ends are... they're not 6'3". I mean, they could be, but, like, it's pretty unusual. Alright, so it's an AFC North or AFC South wide receiver. That's older than 26. No, I was just going to guess Hunter Renfrow. Alright, AFC North. Alright, let's see. Let's see, who is this? Alright, Alright, AFC North player, let's see. Wide receiver, it's not Jamar Chase, he's too young. T. Higgins is also too young. Alright, it's not going to be a Bengal. Ravens, no. It's a steal. Let's go Deontay Johnson. Okay, they told us what we knew. It's a wide receiver. And it's not in the AFC North. So it's an AFC South wide receiver that's older than 26. Oh, I didn't realize Deontay Johnson was younger than 26. Oh, technically older than 28 because otherwise it would be yellow. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's now a Chief, so I guess the Chiefs, that wouldn't work. So AFC South wide receiver. Let me think. Brandon Cooks. Let's go Brandon Cooks. So, it's an AFC South wide receiver. Okay. So, it's 29 or 30 years old. T.Y. Hilton? No, he wears number 13. Let's try him anyway. Is he not in here? Okay, apparently he's not in here. I just thought of T.Y. Hilton, but... Did he retire? Oh, he's a free agent. Okay. Let me think. But who's older than 28 and a wide receiver? Is it a Jaguar? Alright, so let me check. Or, not let me check, let me think. It's not gonna be Michael Pittman. He's too young. Who else is a Colt? Zach Pascal? Oh, he got traded to the... Or he's now on the Eagles. Okay, I did not know that. Okay. I don't think it's gonna be a Jaguar. Let's try Michael Pittman, but I don't think he's that old. Or I'm positive he's not that old. Alright, so it's not a Colt. He was also too tall, okay. Alright, let's see. So it's a Titan? Or a Jaguar? This doesn't make any sense. If I forget someone obvious, that's gonna be really annoying. A Jaguar? Christian Kirk? I'm confused. Let's just guess Christian Kirk. It's a Titans wide receiver. They cut Julio. Who else could it be? Yeah, Julio's not in here. What? This doesn't make any sense. I just thought of Julio, but they cut him. So there's no wide receiver. There's no a Titan wide receiver. Oh, it was Robert Woods. I forgot it was Robert Woods. A.J. Brown got traded to the Eagles in the draft. So it was Robert Woods. I forgot he was on the Eagles. Okay. Alright. So you wanted me to start with a Chicago Bear. Alright, let's go with David Montgomery. Oh, wow, we guessed it first try. Okay. That was impressive. Okay, let's try that again. Wait, how do I get to a new game now? There we go. Alright, let's start off with a random player again. Jordan Love. Okay, it's a quarterback in the NFC. 6'2 or 6'3. Whereas number 8 or 9. Number 8 quarterbacks. Stafford? Okay, it's Matthew Stafford. Yes, you did. Alright, well, so... Someone name a random team in the comments. First team I see in the comments. I will guess a random offensive player, and this is going to be the last normal mode. So name a random team that's not the Bears or the Titans. Giants, okay. Let's see. Giants player. Let's go with Daniel Jones, why not? So it's an NFC player that's not a quarterback, shorter than 6'5", either 25 or 26. Alright, let's see. Let's guess a running back. Let's guess another Packer, and we'll go AJ Dillon's younger than 24. Okay, let's go Aaron Jones. Not a running back. So, it's probably going to be a wide receiver then. So, a NFC wide receiver in either the South or the West. Okay. Debo? Oh, it's Debo. Okay. Alright, how do I get to hard mode now? Alright, hard mode. I started one and guessed Byron Jones? Okay, I guess I did. Alright, let's see. So it's an AFC East, probably offensive player. So it's an AFC East offensive... No, it's an AFC offensive player. Lamar Jackson. No. Number higher than 24. Alright, so let's see. An offensive player. Let's go wide receiver. Let's go T. Higgins. Why not? So it's an AFC North player on offense. It's either 6'5" or 6'6". Let's think. No, that's a Bengal. I was gonna say Drew Sample. He is a Bengal. So let's see. Let's go. I'm also trying to think of tight ends. It's not gonna be Pat Frymouth. He's too young. He's the Steelers tight end. I hope it's not an offensive lineman. I don't know offensive lineman. Alright, let's see. Alright, tight end. Mark Andrews. So it's a Ravens... Oh, come on. It's a Ravens offensive lineman. The only offensive lineman on the Ravens I know is Tyler Linderbaum. It's not a center. I don't know the Ravens. The Ravens offensive line? Alright, I'm cheating right now. I'm just looking at their depth chart just so we can finish this one. Oh, okay. I've heard of one person. They have Morgan Moses too. Okay, maybe I have heard of a few players. I just didn't know. All right, let's go. Morgan Moses. All right, so it's gonna be Ronnie Stanley. Unless they choose, yeah, it's Ronnie Stanley. Okay. Okay, so that was bad. You got it, Ronnie Stanley. Did you know he was on the Ravens? Or did you cheat? I'm just wondering. Alright, so one more and then I'm gonna go take a very short break. And then we're gonna be back. So alright, someone name a random player. It can be any position. It can even be a kicker or punter. Oh, he's a Notre Dame guy. Okay. Okay. Alright, why not? Let's guess Ronnie Stanley. Or let's guess a Notre Dame player. Harrison Smith. Defensive player in the AFC. Okay. Younger than 33. Alright, let's think. Let's think. Let's go AFC. AFC East. Let's go with Quinnen Williams. And of course I had to type in Williams when there's like 4,826 people named Williams. Okay, so again, it's a defensive player. Either 6'1", 25 or 26 years old. Drew Tranquil, okay. You're guessing all Notre Dame players. It's a linebacker in the AFC North or AFC, so it's a 25-year-old linebacker. In the AFC North or AFC South. Alright, I have two guesses. We're gonna go Logan Wilson of the Bengals, and if that's not it, and if it's AFC South, we're gonna go with, I forget his name. I just thought of it. Foye Oluokun. So who did I just say? Oh, Logan Wilson. Alright, so now, 25-year-old. AFC South linebacker. Oh, great. I don't know many AFC South linebackers. Darius Leonard. Are you serious? It's a Colts linebacker. Oh, EJ Speed? It's not EJ Speed. Oh boy. Let's think. These numbers aren't really helping. Colts linebacker? What? Alright, so since I couldn't get this one, we'll go until I can actually get one. They're probably thinking of like a 5th string linebacker for the Colts. I'm trying to find their depth chart, but this just won't work. I'll just do it this way. Alright, Colts depth chart. Oh, I saw the other day the Colts were looking at another quarterback. Who was it? Linebacker, though. Zaire Franklin. Sure, let's try him. Okay, and it was him. Alright, so now we're gonna try a random player. First player to pop into my mind was I don't know. Tyron Smith. Wow, that was horrible. Okay. Defensive player in the AFC. Shorter than 6'5", younger than 31. Eli Apple. Alright, defensive player in the AFC, shorter than 6'1", either 25 or 20, no, 24 or 25. Alright, let's see. So let's go with a safety. I thought of Justin Reed, but I don't think he's gonna be it. Oh, let's guess him anyway. Oh, he is 25. I thought he was older. So it's not a defensive back, so it's probably gonna be a linebacker. It could be a defensive lineman. No, it's probably not gonna be a defensive lineman. So, let's guess AFC South. Let's go to Forrest Buckner. He's 6'7", okay. Oh, and dang it, I wasn't paying attention to the number. Alright, let's see. So, linebacker. In the AFC East, let's go. I thought of CJ Mosley, but he's too old. Bills linebacker, let's go. Oh, what's the guy's name? Tremaine Edmonds. AFC East linebacker, not a Bill. Jets. I'm just gonna guess CJ Mosley. It's a Jets linebacker. I don't know any Jets linebackers. Alright, let's try it again. Jet linebacker, 6 foot, 25 years old. What? A Jet linebacker, 6 foot. If you guys have any guesses, let me know in the comments, because I am at a loss right now. Del'Shawn Phillips? Okay. Nope. That was a very good guess, though. I don't know. I'm looking. John Franklin Myers. Let's check. I don't know how old he is. Nope, wasn't him. Is he defensive end, or is... Oh, whoops, I looked one up. Okay, whatever, we'll finish this later. Or, let's just... I don't even know how to say this guy's name, so I'm gonna copy and paste. And if you guys want to say his name, want to see it in there, go ahead. Nope, wasn't him. Okay, this is really annoying. Quincy Williams. Wait, Quincy Williams. Oh, okay, it was him. Alright, oh, they're starting again. I didn't take a break real quick. Um, so I'm going to go take a very short break. Like, the shortest break you could possibly imagine. So, like, you think of a time no shorter. I'm gonna be right back because they still have to kick off. Because remember, we left in the middle of a drive. Oh, good. They went to a commercial. Alright, so I'm gonna be, like, right back in, like, the shortest time possible. So I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Thank you for staying with us during the short break. As I just got back in time for the kickoff. And, it was kicked for a touchback by Brandon Aubrey. Are the Panthers trying to get a... But the game is resumed. Oh, wait, I gotta take this delayed out. Alright, here we go. I should have put it a poll. But, okay. Alright. Jeff Fisher's getting something explained to him. think the Panthers right there were looking for the potential starting at the 40 or 45, wherever it is in the USFL, with the kickoff out of bounds, but it did not bounce out of bounds. Alright, Shea Patterson standing at his own 20-yard line, ball at the Panthers' own 25-yard line. Patterson to throw. Over the middle, complete to Lance Lenore, makes one man miss before shoved out of bounds after 11 yards. First down, Panthers. Shea Patterson completed half of his passes for 24 yards or 28 yards. Reggie Corbin makes a few people miss up for 12 yards. Good running there by Corbin. So I didn't think of him as the Panthers running back until whenever it was, the Stars week. But he was very quietly known. But like, I thought their running backs were Cam Scarlett and Stevie Scott. Now it's Stevie Scott and Reggie Corbin. By the way, great block there by Lance Lenore. So at their own 47-yard line, Patterson to throw for it. Finds Lance Lenore, goes back, but now at the line of scrimmage, he's going to get no gain. So sometimes you just got to take the yardage you know you're going to get. Like, if you know you're going to get 3 yards there, don't go back and try to make a few people miss. So he got 3 yards there, went back behind the line of scrimmage, and now he's back at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd and 10. So it's like you think you know what you're doing when you can make people miss, but really it's not a good plan, so you know what I'm talking about. Reggie Corbin, outside, swung down for a loss of, I believe that's 5 yards, if I counted correctly. So this Stallions defense looked really good ever since coming out of the break after that one completion to Lance Lenore. As number 99 sort of got in there almost unblocked. Let's see who's number 99. Dondra Tillman. Okay. And he got in there for the stop. He's got 21 tackles, a sack and a half, and 1 forced fumble, I think that said. Patterson escapes the pressure. There's DeMarcus Gates, the first time I've said his name today. And he's going to need to have a big game because So yes, he and Scooby Wright have different roles. Scooby Wright's more of like the Mike linebacker, inside linebacker. DeMarcus Gates, he's a pass rusher, but I mean, he can also play in coverage. But I mean, he's just so good. And he's going to need to have a big game in the absence of Scooby Wright. As that punt goes out of bounds, I couldn't see where it went out of bounds, but oh, okay, so luckily for the USFL, it still seems like there is a pretty good crowd there, even after the delay. Oh, just looking at the USFL's Twitter page extremely quickly during the commercial break. So last week, the Breakers and Generals played tic-tac-toe during the lightning delay. This week, the Stallions and the Panthers played Connect 4. The Stallions won Connect 4. Okay. Don't really know who cares about winning Connect 4, but it's entertaining during a commercial break, I guess. Alright, back. First and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Quick pass out to Victor Bolden behind him and incomplete. That is one area of Jamar Smith's game where he's not at his best. Jamar Smith, that is, throwing these quick screen passes. So he could definitely improve. Jamar Smith rolls out right, escapes the pressure, throws on the run, takes a deep shot for Osiris Mitchell. Oh, that would have been a great catch. Mitchell was wide open. But just couldn't haul it in. So he went to go look over his left shoulder like this, but the ball was to his right. So that was confusing for him, and I'd get crossed up on that too. So now, third and 10. Smith to throw. Escapes the pressure. Rolls out right. Sets his feet and fires. Intercept. Oh, did he keep that feet in? Those feet in. Refs are discussing. Still no call. He caught the ball. I don't know if he got the feet in. Here's a replay. I don't think so. Yeah, I think the left foot touched down out of bounds. He almost made an unbelievable catch. As the Stallions will punt it away. That is a very, very high kick. Only goes to the 50-yard line. You could tell right off his foot that that thing went a mile high and wasn't going to go that far. So, two almost great plays. One with Osiris Mitchell, who almost made an unbelievable catch. And almost, number 29, I forget his name. Actually, I never knew his name. Interesting. There's no number 29 on the Panthers roster. Okay. So I guess we'll never know who that is. Play action, Patterson finds Lance Lenore, who gets 9, maybe 10 yards. Wait a minute. They haven't marked first down. Okay, now that's a first down, but that made no sense. Okay, they changed it. That was 2nd and 1. But that fixed that problem very quickly. Just give it to Reggie Corbin, he'll get you a first down. Good hole on the left side for Corbin to run through. First and 10, Panthers offense moving the ball. I mean, they've only gone 21 yards, but still, moving the ball. Corbin with another run, this time gets 5 yards. So now, that is something I think the Panthers actually lacked the first week, or the first 2 weeks, was a true number 1 running back. Now Reggie Corbin's emerged as that back. And 1, I think it's just made their whole offense better. And 2, I don't know if this is any connection, but it's made Shea Patterson better as well. 2nd and 5. 6:37 remaining in the first half. Over the middle finds Lance Lenore, who gets to the 9.5, maybe 10-yard line. Panthers offense looks really good. Panthers are a different team right now. They had a great... Jeff Fisher must have said something in that locker room. Stevie Scott was good week 1, but that's it. No, I don't remember. Oh, they played the Gamblers. There's Reggie Corbin. Week 1. I'll check that. I know Cam Scarlett. Like, he's just non-existent. Like, he had a few fumbles, and now he's just non-existent. Corbin now has 10 carries, 52 yards. There's another run with Reggie Corbin getting up the middle, gets down to the 2-yard line. Okay, yeah, Stevie Scott was Reggie Corbin a mid-season pickup? Because he didn't play at all in week 1. Week 1, the running game for Michigan was Stevie Scott and Cam Scarlett, with then the quarterbacks thrown in there a little bit. Week 2, Reggie Corbin emerged, 8 carries for 21 yards. Cam Scarlett actually had 9. Is he in for the touchdown? I think he's just short. I can't tell where he is, though. Overhead view. Oh, that was a keeper by Shea Patterson. He fell forward? I want to say that. Yeah, I think short is the right call there. 4th and goal. Quarterback sneak. Now Shea Patterson is in. You said he's the fullback. Stevie Scott or Cam Scarlett? I wonder... I may be able to answer my own question by... Nope, can't answer my question. Okay. Wait, you're saying... Can you just clarify? Are you saying Stevie Scott was the fullback, or... Cam Scarlett is the fullback? As that extra point is right down the middle? As now we have a 10-10 game. May have put an extra space there. Nope. No, I didn't. Stevie Scott was the fullback, but they might have moved into running back. Okay. But, I mean, running backs and fullbacks, their roles are just so different. I mean, so similar. It really doesn't matter. I mean, aside from where they line up. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. I mean, I'm trying to find and see if the Panthers signed him, Corbin. Transferred to inactive roster, Reggie Corbin. I'm scrolling all the way back and seeing if there's anything. Why don't I just check the Panthers draft? why don't I just do that? I'm doing that. Okay. So 10-10. Alright, so now 10-10 is the score. That kick is fielded by Victor Bolden. Comes forward, runs somebody over up to the 26-yard line. Okay, Reggie Corbin was on the initial roster. He got drafted in round 27? No, 29. Hold on, I lost it now. Alright, so in the draft, the Panthers took running back / fullback Stevie Scott. They labeled him as a running back / fullback for Stevie Scott. Then Reggie Corbin. See, here's a give to Bo Scarborough, who gets about 7 yards. So that would be Cam Scarlett was drafted in the supplemental draft. Yes. Yes, he was. Okay. So that explains it. I mean, he was the third running back picked. Actually, they just name everyone running back / fullback in the draft, so that really doesn't clear anything up. Who's my favorite player so far in the USFL? I'll get to that in 1 second. Bo Scarborough breaks a tackle up to the 39-yard line. I don't know. I mean, it's so hard. I just love watching football. I mean, even if it's not the highest quality of football, it's just, I don't know, it's football. I mean, I really don't know. That's a really good question. I guess I'll have to go with someone from my favorite team, the Generals. I mean, I'll go with, I don't know. That's really tough. I mean, I could go with Darius Victor, Cavante Turpin, DeAndre Johnson. It's really between DeAndre Johnson and Darius Victor as my favorite player. I don't know. That's really tough. I'll say Darius Victor, but I mean, it really either way. Then, it's really hard for favorite player overall. So I'll go favorite player on each team. So on the Stallions, I mean, I really don't know. I like their linebackers, Scooby Wright and DeMarcus Gates here. You also really like their quarterback, Mark Thompson. You said Mark Thompson. Their backup quarterback at this point, Alex Magoo. Alright, your favorite is Mark Thompson. Then for the Panthers, I don't know. My favorite is probably one of the quarterbacks. First and 10 for the Stallions. Jamar Smith to throw for it. Steps up in the pocket, and that is off the hands of number 14. I don't remember what his name is. But number 14 that was intended for. 14. Smith over the middle. There's Marwin Williams, who was never actually down, just swung around, and now trying to outrun a few defenders down to the 15-yard line. Flags fly as he put a stiff arm. I'm not sure if that was potentially a face mask, but number 14 is Sage Surratt. Yeah, from that angle, I don't think he was ever down. I mean, I did miss the slight first part of it. Here's another good look. There's, yes, he was down. He was down. It's like his calf touchdown. I don't know why I touched my calf. You guys can't see it, so that doesn't make any sense. Here's a good angle. Yep, he's down. Okay, that'll come back. I mean, good awareness by Marwin Williams to get up and run and have the awareness to know, even if he wasn't down, the worst thing that could happen is it will come back. And yeah, he did grab the face mask at the end of the play. So that's interesting. Would that, because he was down, that really never happened. I don't get it. I'm confused now. So it's an official review that should come back. But now Mike Pereira is on explaining now. I just missed. I don't have any volume on because I don't want this to accidentally get picked up for copyright reasons by my good old microphone here. So he's explaining they have to enforce the 15-yard penalty. So now it's going to be 3rd and 17 because he was down plus the 15-yard penalty. So now that is the rules, but I'm not sure that I would agree with that. So he was down, but then it happened completely after the play. So the play was dead. Then that went on. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I agree with that. I mean, I get it, you're not supposed to grab the guy's face mask, but technically the play was dead at that point, so that shouldn't matter. 3rd and 17, Jamar Smith to throw for it. Takes a deep shot. Wide open is Victor Bolden, but he couldn't catch up to the pass. Jamar Smith let him just too much. That could have been 6 points had he been able to catch that ball. That is punted away by the Stallions, caught at their own 14-yard line by the Panthers. That punt was almost blocked, but wasn't. So now 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the first half of play. So now remember, the clock will stop on incompletions in the second and fourth quarter. And the clock will also stop on first downs and out of bounds with inside 2 minutes to play. There's a throw over the middle to Lance Lenoir, who gets about 3, maybe 4. The ball came out, and they're saying it's Stallion football. What? I'm confused. I never saw the ball hit the ground. Yeah, DeMarcus Gates pried that football loose. And, I mean, you can't review who has the ball, because, I mean, they're just in a big giant pile, so whoever comes up with it. DeMarcus Gates prized that football loose and could be on his way to another Defensive Player of the Week. So, he's already got 2 Defensive Player of the Weeks. Had a big game last week, 4 tackles, 1.5 sacks, and a forced fumble. Another good game this week, a sack, a forced fumble, several tackles, I'm sure. 2:02 remaining in the first half. So now, just like that, it's like the Stallions just completed that pass to Victor Bolden. There's a run with backup Tony Brooks. James bounces outside, barely able to turn the corner. Just checking, DeMarcus Gates. 2 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for a loss, 1 forced fumble. So now 2 minutes remaining, and we hit the 2-minute warning. Panthers and Stallions tied at 10. Stallions looking to strike and put some points on the board before the half. Back from the 2-minute warning, takes a shot at the end zone for Osiris Mitchell. He was out of bounds anyway. Even if he came up with that, he was running out of bounds. Not like going to go out of bounds. Like running his route on the sideline out of bounds. Third and 7 now. This would be a big waste for the Stallions if they're not able to get any points from this. Smith, end zone, wide open. Victor Bolden, did he step out of bounds? The way he reacted, it looked like he did. There was nobody near him, and he stepped out of bounds. 1, 2, yup, he's out of bounds. Wow. It's a rare mistake to see by Victor Bolden. He's typically really good with stuff like that. Now, a 33-yard field goal is good by Brandon Aubrey to make this a score of 13-10 Panthers. Stallions. But that went really bad for the Stallions right there. Going from great field position inside the red zone already to going with a run for 3 yards, an incomplete pass, and then a touchdown, but the guy stepped out of bounds. And that's one of your best players, too, in Victor Bolden. So now, not only do you not score a touchdown there, when you should have, but you also leave a minute and 42 seconds on the clock for the Panthers to potentially do something before the half. So, a minute 42 remaining in the second quarter, as the Stallions kick this ball away, and it is another touchback. You don't see a lot of touchbacks because you're kicking from your own 25-yard line, but somehow Stallions kicker Brandon Aubrey's managed to get 2 touchdowns this game so far. So still 1:42 remaining in the half. As right now they're showing Skip Holtz, the Stallions coach, showing the quarterback something. Now back to the action on the field. As we've got the Panthers offense at their own 20 or 25-yard line. At their own 25-yard line. I forgot what it was in the USFL because touchbacks are so rare. Patterson to throw for it. That ball is incomplete, intended for Joe Walker. Second and 10 with a minute and 37 seconds remaining. That play took 5 seconds. Second and 10. Patterson again to throw. Nope. That may have been a design quarterback draw, trying to get the first down. Unable to. Well, thank you for that advice in the comments. That is very helpful. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jojo Tillery down on the field for the Stallions. He's a 6'2", 210-pound safety out of Wofford. So now, 3rd and 7 for the Panthers. And that was an injury, so Shea Patterson was not able to get the first down or get out of bounds. Whoops. But fortunately, yet unfortunately, the Panthers got the clock stoppage because Tillery went down with an injury. But obviously, you never want to see anyone get hurt. 3rd and 7, 1 minute remaining. They're offsides. Go deep. Why would they whistle that dead? And now there's another injured player down for the Stallions. It's sometimes annoying. Like, but I want to see a replay real quick because Oh, okay. So when somebody goes and jumps and makes the other team move, DeMarcus Gates did that. I mean, they were able to get the snap off, but... And now, number 40 is helped off the field. So another injury for the Stallions, and hopefully he's okay as well. As he kind of took an awkward fall. So now that's going to bring third down much easier for the Panthers, as they go from 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 2 after the offsides penalty on DeMarcus Gates, who winds up as an outside rusher and is going to come in the pass rush. Stallions rush 5. There's a sliding catch made by Lance Winor, and the clock stops with 50 seconds remaining until they can get the chain set. Panthers got to go fast to try to save as much time as possible, but they are definitely not the best at clock management, as I'm sure you guys remember from the Panthers Stars games. They've let 11 seconds, now 12 seconds run off the clock before they snap the ball. Quick out to complete to Joe Walker. That stops the clock with 35 seconds remaining. So I can definitely see how they've been improving. As you can see, with the play calling's been better, clock management's been better. Everything about the Panthers is definitely headed in the right direction. Second and 6 for the Panthers at their own 45-yard line. First down at the Stallions 49. There's a dump off to Reggie Corbin. That was really not ideal. Call a timeout. Alright, good. They called a timeout there. That was incomplete. So that's actually best case scenario. Because... So, they should reverse that to incomplete, but it doesn't look like they're going to. That should be reversed to incomplete. They should put however many seconds back on the clock, as now Mike Pereira will explain. They're talking to Mike Pereira now. Okay, so they're going to give them back their timeout, and they're going to move it back to the 45-yard line to move it back to the 45-yard line and give Michigan back their timeout. Okay, so that's definitely agree with that, as that was the right call there. 3rd and 6 with they should still put more time back on the clock, because they had the clock ran. The clock should be stopped right now. There should be over 30 seconds left on the clock. Okay, they put 3 seconds back on the clock. Maybe I was wrong. 30 seconds? Or about 30 seconds. Okay. So, ball is back at the 45-yard line. 3rd and 6. Patterson. Over the middle. That is complete to Lance Winor. And the clock will temporarily stop, as it is now up to the 47-yard line, I believe that is. As you can definitely see, the Panthers are moving the ball efficiently, quickly. That's an incomplete pass. Never mind. Another play that's got to get... that Mike Pereira and the officiating crew should... He made a diving catch, but he tried to trap it with his forearms and it slipped through. You have a nice back screen setting. Looks like you're in a stadium and you're loud and clear. Better than some of the others on YouTube, despite no graphics on your screen. Okay, what do you mean with graphics? Like, I understand what you mean, but, like, Do you have any suggestions on how I could potentially implement them to a stream like this? So now, that's going to get reversed, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Okay, so now, again, they're reversing the call to make it correct. Because it was an incomplete pass, now they're back at the 45-yard line again. And now the Stallions will get the ball and maybe even do something, but I don't think they would. Because now, at the 20-yard line, at their own 20 with 16 seconds left, they don't really have time to do anything. "16 seconds left at their own 20. You expect them to just run the ball. Maybe run out the clock. If they don't take a knee. So they are going to line up in the shotgun formation. So maybe they are going to try to put something together extremely quickly. They do have 2 timeouts. Smith to throw for it, but he's going to get sacked, and they're just going to let that clock run out. Alright, there we go. Stallions up 13-10 at the half. So now, missed opportunities for the Stallions. One in that first drive of the game for them when they had inside the red zone, 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal, weren't able to get in. 2 with that, where they had to settle for a field goal. The second time when they had to settle for a field goal. And then, after Victor Bolden couldn't keep his feet in. And I thought of a third opportunity, a third time they had a missed opportunity, but I don't remember what it was now. And for the Panthers, I think they've played very well with hanging around with the Stallions, who are the best team in the league. So overall, I think they're good game for both teams. Obviously, I think if they'd converted on their opportunities, this game could be 21-10 right now. But luckily for the Panthers, it is not. The Panthers' offense hasn't been amazing. I mean, when you compare them, they're not. The Stallions definitely have the offensive edge. So let's just compare possessions and offensive stats real quick. Time of possession, 5 minutes, 17 minutes, 5-minute favor for the Panthers, 17 minutes for the Panthers, 12:51 for the Stallions. Both have 7 total drives. Panthers have ran 6 more plays and have a few more total yards, 14 to be exact. Stallions are averaging 4 yards a play, while the Panthers 3.7. Stallions over 2 on red zone possessions in terms of touchdowns, while the Panthers have converted both times at 1 for 1. Passing wise, even though the Stallions have more yards, they actually don't have more completions. rushing yards, the edge in every category there goes to the Panthers. But this has been a defensive game so far. And, I expect points to be scored. So my final score prediction is now 24-20 in favor of the Stallions. Actually, that's how they get from 13. Actually, never mind. Let me change that. This is only the second time the Stallions are leading at the half, yet they've won all their games so far. So an updated score prediction. We're going to go 27-20 Stallions. That's my updated score prediction. So now, while we are at halftime, I'm going to go take a very short break. And so I will see you guys when I get back from my break in like 2 seconds. So I'm gonna go take a very, very short break, and I will see you guys when I get back in like 2 seconds. Okay, maybe like a minute. Alright, so we are back. Thank you for staying with us, everyone. I'm gonna put out a poll. So Stallions up 13-10 heading into the half. Who wins? So, alright, I just posted a poll. Make sure to vote on that. I should have taken, put the poll before I went to go take a break, but I thought of it while I was, taking a break. So now, the second half is starting. So make sure to vote on that poll I just put out. It's not going to be up for very long because the second half is starting right now. But I will keep it up for another minute or so. And oh, there's Cam Scarlett. Now I see him on the field. Apparently he's now like a special teamer. Alright. 1st and 10 for the Stallions. And so, my major takeaway from the first half for the Stallions was missed opportunities. Let's see if they can take advantage of some opportunities here in the first half. In the second half, the first drive of their second half. Here's a run with Bo Scarborough, who gets 8 yards. Obviously, good job to get the 8 yards there. Now they're showing the connection between Skip Holtz and Jamar Smith from Louisiana Tech, as Holtz used to be the coach there, and Jamar Smith played under him as the quarterback. 2nd and 2. Wild snap. Jamar Smith is just going to dive forward. So, obviously able to retain possession. Gets the ball back, but now it's going to make 3rd down a lot more difficult. Bo Scarborough recognized it and blocked somebody. But, I mean, there's really nothing you're going to do. Yeah, it was definitely a run play, because you can see Marlon Williams and the wide receivers over there. They weren't going to run. They were going to block. So, I mean, there was really nothing for them to do. Jamar Smith, he should have ran with that. But dumping it off to Bo Scarborough, who's going to get a 1st down, isn't a bad idea either. He had, I don't know, really whichever. The linebacker was going to go either way. He opted to throw it to Scarborough, who actually almost dropped the ball. I don't know. I mean, I would have rather to see him go and take off with that and run. But, I mean, finding Scarborough for the dump off isn't bad either, as he finds Scarborough on the check down again, and he gets 3 yards. Second and 7 for the Stallions. Scarborough winds up to the left of Jamar Smith, and they will hand it to him. He's been very busy today, as he gets that down to a 3rd and 4. I know he doesn't have the most yardage, but he's been used a lot. As last week, CJ Marable had a great game and was named Offensive Player of the Week. And now he is out today. And now Bo Scarborough is the lead back because he's got only 10 touches for Scarborough. As Jamar Smith pumps once, and now he's going to take off and run. And he's going to find some space and get 15 yards. So make sure to vote on that poll. I'm going to end it in like 3 seconds. As Smith rolled one way, then didn't realize it wasn't there, then just took what he can get. And got 15 yards. Now Smith and a screen pass for Marwin Williams. He may have been down. Remember, he tried to do that where he jumped up when he was down before. And he could be hurt as he goes sort of hopping off the field. Alright, so I'm going to end this poll. I have seen it get a few more votes recently, so I'm going to leave it up for 1 second. But if you haven't gotten a chance to vote, either vote now, or if I end it and you haven't voted, let me know in the comments. Alright, so I'm going to end it in 5 seconds. Smith, quick screen out to Victor Bolden. Marwin Williams is headed, looks like, to the injury tent. Or I'm not sure where he's going. Looks like he's trying to walk it off, but it looks like it's some kind of lower body injury. I'm not sure what it is, but hopefully Marwin Williams is okay. Jamar Smith hands it off to the backup Tony Brooks-James, who gets down to the 10 or 11 yard line, depending on where they're going to spot him. So something with Tony Brooks-James, even though he's the backup, he always looks so good whenever he comes in. Like, with Tony Brooks-James, I feel like he's the backup that really, if necessary, he could easily fill the role and be the lead back for a week, maybe even a year. Second and 4 for the Stallions. That was Jamar Smith called for a timeout. But the ball was snapped because I guess the center heard him speaking. So he snapped the ball. And then he signaled for a timeout definitely before the snap. So now, the Stallions are very lucky that they didn't lose the ball there. I'm not sure why Jamar Smith called a timeout. I don't recall seeing the play clock winding down. Now it's winding down. Now it's at 3. And now Smith's going to toss one to the end zone, back pylon, intended for Victor Bolden. I don't think he knew the ball was coming. Smith, Tony Brooks James dives for the... Nope, doesn't have to dive for the pylon, but he's in for the touchdown. And now that puts the Stallions up 19-10 at the moment, waiting an extra point to make it 20-10. That was a weird way of typing 19. I deleted both the 1 and the 9. The 1 and the 3, instead of just the 3 and replacing it with 9. Okay, that was strange, but it worked. So now, on for the extra point is the USFL's best kicker, Brandon Aubrey. And it is... He missed an extra point! No way! The USFL's best kicker, as I just called him, missed an extra point, and the score's going to stay 19-10. Alright, so 19-10 Stallions, 8:46 remaining in the third quarter. Tony Brooks James just had his first catch on his first target and also scored a touchdown. Jamar Smith looked very good on that drive. Really just good overall drive, and 11 plays, 59 yards, taking 6 minutes and 14 seconds. And now the Panthers will touch the ball for the first time this half. Alright, so as I'm waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Oh, and they're back. Yep, they're back. And that kickoff is, again, a touchback. So, several touchbacks so far. First and 10 for the Panthers, as they're actually showing the crowd here, so there has to be a good amount of people. I would say this is one of the better crowds we've seen so far. I mean, obviously they've all been with the Stallions. Shea Patterson hands off to Reggie Corbin. Tries to make one person miss, but unsuccessful. That's JoJo Tillery, who's back in the game after we saw him leave with injury in the first half. And he's back on the field. So it's always good to see an injured player back on the field. So now 2nd and 9 after that run got nothing. As 8:10 remains in the third quarter. Panthers in possession of the football at their own 26-yard line. Joe Walker in motion. Shea Patterson sort of started to panic when he still had a few more seconds. And I'm not sure if he was trying to throw that away or throw that to his receiver, who was number 85. I'm checking his name before I tell you the wrong one. Marcus Blau. He's a tight end out of Ohio State. Panthers only 1 of 7 on third down. They averaged 6 yards to go. This time it will be 9 yards to go. 3rd and 9, 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Panthers again at their own 26-yard line. Patterson to throw. Escapes the pressure. And throws a little high, but brought in by Joe Walker. Great catch there to move the sticks. It was a little bit of a high throw, but good job by Joe Walker to go up and get that ball. Reggie Corbin gets the ball and gets 6 yards there on the first down give. As he's had a pretty good game today. 13 carries for 59 yards. I mean, not necessarily amazing, but still pretty good. 2nd and 4 for the Panthers at their own 46-yard line. Shea Patterson changing the play. Stevie Scott in the game as the running back. And it is a give to Stevie Scott. And nope, it is blown dead. Looks like some sort of pre-snap penalty. It's a false start on the offense. Okay, that was great. They wanted to see the false start, but it would definitely help if you actually showed it before the play started. They had them all start running, so you couldn't tell. Hi, how's it going? 2nd and 9 for the Panthers. Over the middle, complete to... Can't tell who that is. Number 18. Is that Cam Scarlett? No, Cam Scarlett's 15. Number 18. That is, I believe I saw Devin Ross. Devin Ross, wide receiver out of Colorado. First and 10 for the Panthers at about midfield. Just after midfield. As there's a give to, I believe that is Stevie Scott. Yes, it is. And he gets about 2 yards. As they're showing how Shea Patterson's numbers have drastically changed since the lightning delay. Not sure if you guys were here or saw, but there was a lightning delay early in the first half, either in the first or second quarter. Second quarter it was. Patterson over the middle, that's complete to, again, that is Devin Ross, and he looks shaken up. He is shaken up, I should say. Good job by Shea Patterson to find the open receiver. Nothing really looked unusual there. He pointed to his chest. Yeah, there was a lightning break in the second quarter. He pointed to his chest, so maybe he took a weird fall on the ball. I'm not sure. Nothing really looked unusual there. There's a give to Reggie Corbin cuts outside and gets 10 yards. Both teams have had very impressive first drives so far in this third quarter. Yeah, that was actually the third lightning delay this season for the USFL. Because, I mean, they're playing in the South. And, I mean, it rains. Like, I know they're not playing in Florida, but take Florida, for example. It rains, like, every day there. They're playing very close in Alabama. So there's Reggie Corbin that gets another first down. Panthers and Stallions have moved the ball very well on their first drive. Stallions came away with a touchdown. Let's see if the Panthers can do the same. First and 10, Patterson gives to Corbin, this time not getting anything. And stopped by DeMarcus Gates, who's had a good game. Forced fumble, just tackle here. I believe that's tackle number 4 for him. Also had a sack before. DeMarcus Gates, I don't think that updated. Now 3 tackles, a sack, a tackle for a loss, and a sack. There's a throw and catch to Michael Petway, who gets just short of the first down to bring up 3rd and 1. Third and 3 for the Panthers. And it looks like a timeout is called by, Jeff Fisher, and the Panthers decided to use a timeout. So now each team has spent a timeout on their first possession of the third quarter. Stevie Scott was in as the running back for that play, as we've seen more of him in the second half. The first half, it was mainly Reggie Corbin. And that's about it. Reggie Corbin, 16 carries for 71 yards. Stevie Scott, 3 carries for 10 yards. Third and 3, Stevie Scott in the backfield as the running back again. I believe he's the bigger of the two backs. Patterson over the middle. There's Devin Ross for a touchdown. So both teams score touchdowns on their first possession of the second quarter, or the second half, sorry. And yes, Stevie Scott is the bigger back. Reggie Corbin, 5'9", 205. Stevie Scott is 6'1", 225. Cam Scarlett, 6 foot, 220, who we haven't seen a lot of today. We haven't seen any of Cam Scarlett. And now it is a 2-point game after the Panthers make their extra point, and the Stallions did not convert despite having one of the best kickers in the USFL. So now 2 drives into the third quarter, and there's only a minute and 12 seconds remaining. But I mean, you would expect that when the USFL has changed some rules to make the games go a little bit faster. So the clock does not stop on incompletions in the first and third quarters. So I think I said a minute 32 left. Yes, a minute 32 left in the third quarter. Alright, so just waiting for them to come back from a commercial break. Alright, back from commercial break as they're set to kick it away. To Victor Bolden, who returns it after fielding the ball at about the 5-yard line and goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Oh, Alex Magoo now onto the field as quarterback. Jamar Smith on the sidelines. Okay. I was surprised. That is very surprising. As he'd missed time with an ankle injury, but now he's back. And he gives to Bo Scarborough on his first play in. And gets forward for 2 yards. But that actually will come back to a holding call. So a 2-yard run does essentially nothing. Alright, so now 1st and 20. After first down, did get positive yardage, but brought back due to a holding penalty. And a Panthers injury number 24. Sean Williams Jr., a safety out of Navy. I feel like we saw him go to the injury tent before. Alex Magoo still in the game at quarterback. First and 20 from their own 19-yard line. Magoo in shotgun. No one with him. Over the middle, intended for number 1. That's Peyton Ramsey. And looking for a flag. And a flag does fly, as that's pass interference. And we'll go from 1st and 20. And get an automatic first down penalty on number 1 on the Panthers. I forget what I was saying. Okay, not a ton of contact, but I can see. I think Ramsey embellished that a little bit. First and 10. Now at the 34-yard line. Magoo takes the snap and gives to... Nope, he's going to keep it on the read option. He's going to make a few people... He's going to go in between a few blocks and get the first down after a gain of 12. Good play call to use Magoo's legs. So now heading into the fourth quarter, Stallions are up 19-17. And I'm going to put out a poll. Or I'll put a poll in the comments. So make sure to vote on that. Alright, so the poll states, Stallions up 19-17 heading into the fourth. Who wins? So I'm still going to go with the Stallions. You have to give credit to the Panthers. But then again, this game could be a lot more lopsided because earlier in the game there was lots of missed opportunities for the Stallions. But now, so make sure to vote on that poll of who you think is going to win this game, the Stallions or the Panthers. I'm sticking with the Stallions, and my score prediction is, I'd originally said 28-20. No, 27-20, sorry. I'm going to go 26-23. 26-24, actually. That's my updated score prediction. 26-24, Birmingham. And if you guys have a score prediction, make sure to put that in the comments below. Or actually, well, it depends what you're watching on. If you're watching on a computer, it's actually comments to the right. But just put them in the comments, or chat, whatever you want to call it. I think this is still anyone's game. Either team could come away with the win. And, I'm still going Stallions, but if any of you guys agree otherwise, we had a score prediction earlier in the stream. Can't find it right now, but I believe it said Panthers 23-20. I don't think that's possible. Get to your question in 1 second. Oh, we're back. Both Scarborough... Nope. Alex Magoo's going to keep it again. Takes a shot at the 50-yard line from number 20. How are the Rangers doing? The Rangers... Okay. They had a series against the Penguins, which they ended up winning. Marvin Williams is out for the rest of the game with a knee injury. For those of you wondering about that. But now they're down 2-0 against the Hurricanes, so obviously I think the series is over. I don't think you can come back down 2-0 against the Hurricanes. So they're a very different team than the Penguins. Magoo gives to Scarborough this time on the option. And Scarborough gets down to the 40-yard line, running the ball very effectively this drive. I would like to say Alex Magoo is still yet to attempt a pass. Yes, that is correct. Alright, so I'm going to end this poll in a few minutes. So if you haven't voted already, make sure to vote. Bo Scarborough is a running back out of Alabama. The Stallions signed last week. And he's been their lead back because their number one back, CJ Marable, is out with an injury today. 1st and 10 at the Panthers 40 for the Stallions. Another give to Scarborough. Gets up the middle for 6 yards. Running the ball very, very effectively on this drive. So, Alex Magoo has attempted a pass, but it was the pass interference call, which didn't count as a pass attempt because he was interfered with. There's another give to Bo Scarborough, who this time is going to be short of the first down marker, but is going to cut the yardage necessary in half, bringing up about 3rd and a yard, maybe 3rd and 2 yards. Alright, so I'm going to end this poll right now. If you guys have a score prediction, comment that below. If you didn't get a chance to vote on the poll, put your prediction in the comments. Third and 1 for the Stallions. I would expect a run here. I've never seen this formation before. Got Alex Magoo under center, and then they've got 3 running backs, but all lined up like in a fullback position in a 3-point stance. But they're going to give it to Scarborough out of that formation and then get the first down. There is an injured player down. I don't know why if I go this way. I'm not going to make the camera go this way if I go like that. That is St. Louis. St. Louis. What's his number? 65. Number 65 is... Where is he? Oh, Tyrese St. Louis. A tackle out of Miami, Florida. So hopefully he's okay for the Stallions. So now this is the second game when both Alex Magoo and Jamar Smith were healthy. So game 1, Magoo started. Smith came off the bench because Magoo left with injury. Weeks 2, 3, and 4. No, weeks 2 and 3, Alex Magoo missed with injury. Then week 4, both were technically active, but Jamar Smith didn't play at all because he was dealing with a virus. And then last week, Alex Magoo started the game, and Bo Scarborough finds some open space, and he's going to get... No, not the touch... No, they're going to say he's in. Okay, I couldn't tell if he got in or not. But Scarborough... in for the touchdown, as that's going to make this 26, if I do my math correctly, right? No, 25. Right? Yes, 25-17. As Scarborough was just able to get the edge, and... yes, he was able to get into the end zone. Ooh, maybe not. The defender, his feet weren't able to get off the ground. But I think they're going to give it to him. Yep, they're going to mark that as, or call that as a touchdown. So now, a field goal makes this a 9-point game, which is still a 1-score game, because remember with the USFL's 3-point conversion. So now, but as I was saying with Alex Magoo and Jamar Smith, so then last week, Alex Magoo started the game. Jamar Smith came in and finished it off. He actually played the majority of the game. And then Alex Magoo comes in to replace Jamar Smith after Smith has played the majority of the game. But Jamar Smith has played the majority of the game both times. So now, Stallions leading 26-17. Panthers get the football with 11 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Stallions ran that ball very, very effectively on that drive. As they scored the touchdown. They actually did attempt one pass, but statistically it doesn't go down as a pass attempt because of a pass interference penalty. And quarterbacks for the Panthers, it's been all Shea Patterson. As Bo Scarborough, last week 7 carries for 25 yards. Today, I forgot what that said, 13 for 88 or something like that. Yep, 13 for 88 and a touchdown. But obviously there is a big difference, and that is starting running back C.J. Marable, who was active last week, inactive this week, out with an injury. Cam Scarlett touched the ball for the first time on a kick return, or at all this game, actually. And he gets to the 39-yard line, I believe that it was. So that was, I believe, a 28-yard touchdown run by Scarborough. First and 10 for the Panthers, each team with 2 timeouts remaining, and 11 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the game. Patterson over the middle, caught by Lance Lenore, and he's going to get 8 yards there. Patterson throws out wide to Devin Ross, who gets to the 49-yard line of the Stallions. So two good plays to start off the drive, and a first down for the Panthers. Ten minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, or remaining in the game. And they are going to... Okay, they had to switch what hash the ball was on. It was on the right hash, they had to move it to the left hash. You were there like 20 minutes ago, but had to leave because of the stupid weather emergency. That's annoying. How was your experience there? What was it like? As that pass is batted up in the air and intercepted by the Stallions. And number 55, who is that? Also, what team are you rooting for? As that is Jonathan Newsom, a defensive end. It's not every day you get to see a defensive end get an interception. Jeff Fisher is mad about something. That was batted up in the air. And then caught by Newsom. And I mean, that is that really Shea Patterson's fault? I mean, it got batted up in the air, and then it's not his fault that a defensive end caught it. You liked it, okay. So it was a pretty good experience. And was this your first game you've been to this season? Yes, it was. Cool. Glad you enjoyed it. And not sure if you heard my previous question. If you were rooting for a team, who were you rooting for, the Stallions or the Panthers? And sorry for all the questions, but overall, who's your favorite USFL team? 9 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 on the Birmingham Stallions 47-yard line. You were rooting for the Stallions, okay. My favorite team in the USFL is the Generals, but I do think the Stallions jerseys are really cool. So it was batted up in the air by number 97 and then picked off by Greg Newsom, I believe is his name. Jonathan Newsom. Who did I say? Number 97, did I say? Welly Yarbury. There is a run with Tony Burks James up the middle for 8 yards. Alex Magoo still in the game at quarterback for the Stallions. Alex Magoo again on a read option. Going to keep it this time. Gets tripped up, but is able to get the first down. So they just had Mike Pereira on explaining that interception. And I mean, you're probably thinking, why do you need to explain the interception? But that run is also going to come back because of a holding penalty on the Stallions offense. But that's on the fullback, Holly. Holly, the fullback. I saw him before, Bobby Holly, okay? But so Mike Pereira was explaining why Jeff Fisher was so mad, and it was because they had the ball on the wrong hash before that play, so they had to move it from the right hash to the left hash, and then the play clock didn't reset to 25 like it should have. It stayed at 12. There's a quarterback draw for Alex Magoo, who takes a big hit at the end of it, but gets a first down, And it looks like there should be some more yardage coming after that late hit. Well, they are going to call a holding penalty. No, they're not going to call for a late hit. Okay. Instead, they called a holding penalty on number 76, I believe they said. That was Marquez Tucker, an offensive lineman from Southern Utah. Okay, I can see that hold. I do think there was sort of either a late hit once Magoo was starting to give himself up, or like a high hit to the head. So 2nd and 18 for the Stallions. Magoo to throw. Escapes the sack, but unable to escape the entire sack as he goes down. To bring up 3rd and very, very long. Let's see, what is this now? It is 3rd and 27 for the Stallions. He ducked under one sack attempt, but then lost his balance and sort of stumbled. And then he completely fell. 17 yards in the negative direction on 4 plays for the Stallions. Magoo going to take a deep shot down the field, looking for Peyton Ramsey, and he caught it! Peyton Ramsey with the first down. That worst case scenario there for the Panthers. And also, what in the world was that corner doing over there? Looks like he was just letting him catch the ball. We saw, I believe it was the Stallions run a similar play to this where they had everyone go really deep up the field. Did he think the ball was thrown? I don't know what he thought. Jamison Houston, number 1 for the Panthers, as there's a run with Tony Brooks James up for 7, trying to push him for 8 yards. But it's going to stay at 7. But Houston, he was just there, and Alex Magoo's reaction says it all. I mean, it was just like, he just threw a 50-50 ball, but it was an 100-0 ball. I mean, that was just, what was he doing? Maybe he saw a butterfly. Second and 3, Magoo. Not sure what that was. He didn't want to give it to Bo Scarborough, but instead he just decided to just go follow Bo Scarborough. So that was interesting. So typically when you got the read option, you got the one coming this way. So like you got the running back coming inside, and then you got the quarterback. So the offensive, here, I'll use my microphone as a prop. So you got the defensive end, you got the line of scrimmage over here. You got the running back over here, quarterback here. You got the running back going inside, then the quarterback reads the defensive end, and he goes outside. But instead, Scarborough went inside, and then Magoo just took off inside right after him. As the Stallions got a first down, and using the same formation from football for player and spectator, where you've got 3 people lined up like a fullback. Bo Scarborough gets another first down, looking towards the end zone again, and gets all the way up to the 5-yard line. This could be a put-away drive here for the Stallions, because that would make it a 2-score game. I mean, it's already a 9-point game, but 3-point conversion keeps it a 1-possession game. I mean, Bo Scarborough, he's looked very good so far. back to that same formation with 3 players. And again, every time it's going to give to Bo Scarborough, who's unable to get into the end zone, but it's down to the 1-yard line. So we're going to have 2nd and goal. I would not be shocked if they go back to that formation again. It seemed to work very well for them. But I mean, you know what's coming. You line up, you got the quarterback. Not sure if you guys can see that. You got the quarterback, and you got running back, fullback, running back. Then Scarborough's over here, and you just give it to Scarborough that way. They do have they are going to go back to that formation. Let's see if they give it to someone else. Nope, it's going to be an Alex Magoo quarterback sneak in for the touchdown. Okay. Alright, so now that makes it 32-17 Stallions, as the Panthers defense just collapsed right there after that 40-yard completion, and Alex Magoo now quarterback sneaks for the touchdown. Kicker Brandon Aubrey on to make it add the extra point, and he missed another one. So he's having some kicking struggles today, as that's his 2nd missed extra point of the day. Touchdown, let's go. Yep, Stallions now up by 15, so that makes it a 2-score game. So now, 3:43 remaining. Yeah, wait a minute. He did not make that extra point, and for some reason, this has him making the extra point. Wait, did he make that extra point? I thought that hooked before. Okay, it turns out they made that extra point. My bad. It is now a 33-17 game. I thought he missed it. I guess I should have paid attention to the refs there. But I thought it hooked right before the upright. Or hooked to his left. To the viewer's right. So now 33-17, and it looks like the Stallions are going to move to 6-0 on the season. Yeah, and he did make that extra point. I'm not sure what I was thinking, saying he missed it. Reggie Corbin fields the kick at the 10-yard line. And makes a few people miss. Oh, he has some space. If he could have broken that tackle sooner. And he's brought down by the kicker, Brandon Aubrey, there. But if he could have broken that tackle first try, he could have made this game a whole lot more interesting. Can anyone say 6-0 Stallions? Panthers look too weak to come back from this. Panthers much too weak for any comeback from this 500-1 call Thomas Brady. There's a pass to Devin Ross, who gets a first down out of bounds also. 28-3. Tom Brady was able to come back. He also came back last year in the playoffs in what we all thought was his final game until he announced he was coming out of retirement. When he was down 27-3, but then ultimately lost that game. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining at the Stallions 47 for the Panthers. Patterson finds Michael Petway there again out of bounds. As DeMarcus Gates lost his helmet on that play and is very upset about something. Patterson over the middle and almost brought in by number 9. How much time is left? There is... Oh, I could just look right here. There's 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. So still definitely some time. But is there enough is the question. Second and 10. Patterson looks to the sideline, complete to number 9. But the clock will remain running as that tackle was made inbounds. Number 9 is... Oh, I was looking on the defense. That doesn't help because that is not a defensive player. Number 9? Ray Bolden. One second. I've got a problem right now. Alright, so now... For me, this is no longer working. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can figure this out. Alright, let me try something. Alright, here we go. Sorry, I got it back now. they annoyingly switched the game to CNBC from NBC, and it wasn't loading for me for some reason. Alright, so Stallions have the ball now after... Now I gotta figure out how they got the ball back. Oh, turnover on downs, as Shea Patterson was sacked by JoJo Tillery, and that forced a turnover on downs for the... Panthers. And now this should do it, as there's... Oh, 2-minute warning. As 2nd and 4, 2 minutes remaining in this one. Obviously, there's still time. Bo Scarborough, 16 carries, 105 yards, and 1 touchdown. Second and 4. Magoo sidearms a pass to Victor Bolden, who is out of bounds after getting a first down. There's a very, very slim chance here for the Panthers. 1 minute and 54 seconds remaining. Stallions with the ball. They've now outscored their opponents 45-7 in the second half. This in the last 3 weeks, including 27-20 tonight. As a timeout is called by the Panthers as they spend their final timeout. With 1 minute 54 remaining, the Panthers look like they're on their way to falling to 1-5 on the season. I mean, obviously there's still a chance. Maybe you get a turnover, quick score, and then we may see their 4th and 12 instead of the onside kick. But I mean, it seems pretty likely that this game belongs to the Stallions. Minute 54 remaining, Stallions at midfield. And that is a give to Victor Bolden, who takes a big hit at the end of that after getting 4 yards. And the clock now runs, and you would obviously imagine they're going to wind this clock all the way down before snapping it. Second and 6. There's a give to Tony Brooks-James for about 3 yards, as there's now a minute left. As number 73, I saw his last name is Harper. Darius Harper is down on the field for the Stallions. He is their starting tackle. So hopefully he's okay. I mean, you obviously hope every player that gets hurt is okay. And you never want any players to get hurt. So, a minute 15 remaining. Thanks for letting us West Coasters know how the game is finishing. NBC cut the game off with 3 minutes to go. You're welcome, and they also cut the game off. I think they cut it off everywhere. I'm not sure if you got CNBC, but that's how I'm finishing watching the game right now. Because they have the end of the game on. Who do I want? I mean, I don't know. My favorite USFL team is the Generals. But, I mean, if I had to pick a team in this game, I would probably go with the Stallions. But, I mean, I like all the teams in the USFL. Because, I mean, I just like watching football. And, I mean, there's only 8 teams. And, I mean, it's the first season, so there's no, like, rivalries and stuff like that. But, I mean, if I had to pick a team in this game, I would probably go with the Stallions. But, I mean, football is football. Magoo to throw for it on 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. I was looking for Peyton Ramsey. Fourth and 3 for the Stallions, as they have a delay of game penalty. So 4th and 8. And that punt will be down by Peyton Ramsey at the 50. No, sorry. What did I say? 50. So now 50 seconds left. You're mad about the Rangers losing. I am as well. Yeah, they definitely should have had game 1. They played a great game, and if they could have gotten to that rebound before Aho put it in. Also, Capo Caco missed a wide open net on his forehand, not even on his backhand. Shea Patterson throws complete to Joe Walker. Patterson again to throw. This time finds Reggie Corbin out of the backfield, who gets about 5 yards. So I think for the Rangers, it's annoying because I don't think they're going to be able to come back from this down 2-0 against the Hurricanes right now. Patterson, again, looking for Reggie Corbin out of the backfield. That one falls incomplete. But, what was I saying? Oh, because the Penguins are a very, very different team than the Hurricanes. Patterson over the middle for Devin Ross. And 10 seconds remain in the game. I'm going to get set to change this to final. And Lance Lenore out of bounds, and that ends the game. So Stallions win this one by a score of 33-17 to improve to a perfect record of 6-0 on the new season. So I was saying something about the Rangers, but now I forgot what I was saying. So, even though this game could have been a lot more lopsided, is who inbounds? The game's over. But what was I saying? Oh, I was saying this game could have been a lot more lopsided if the Stallions converted on more of their chances. Because, I mean, you look at the final score, and it's 33-17. They were still able to put up a lot of points. But they could have... They could have definitely put up maybe even 40 points in this game. Go Stallions. Yeah, they're 6-0 so far this season. So now I would assume you're a Stallions fan based off that comment. Do you think they can go the entire season undefeated? So now, the Stallions, they did miss several opportunities. I think they definitely could have easily put up 40 points if they... Like, they had to settle for a field goal twice when they should have scored. So that's, you're replacing 6 with 14. So really, this game should have been 41-17 if Birmingham converted on all of their opportunities, or at least, because one, it should have been a wide open touchdown. But Victor Bolden just didn't keep his feet in bounds. Birmingham going all the way. I think they have a very, very good chance to. I mean, they've looked so good. So in my second... Gotta figure out what I titled it now. Predicting the second half of the 2022 USFL season, I said the Stallions would end the record 9-1. I think they're going to lose a game somewhere along the way, but I would not be shocked to see them go undefeated. Then I do have them making the championship game and going and winning it against the Generals. Whoa. Alright, I could close this. So now I don't have to get scared of it falling anymore. Okay. But I have the Stallions defeating the Generals in the championship game, and I have the Stallions going 9-1 in the regular season. With their loss to the Breakers. I think the Breakers are a very good team, but then, I mean, the Stallions, they've been insanely good so far. And, I mean, they held them to 17 points. And I know their offense isn't amazing, but they did it without one of their best defensive players, their defensive leader, Scooby Wright, who was out with a calf and chest injury. So that is the reason he missed today's game. So if you guys have any more takeaways or anything like that about this game, or any questions or anything like that, make sure to put them in the chat or comments, whatever you want to call it. So that's just about going to do it for today's stream, and watch party for the Stallions against the Panthers game. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like and subscribe. Next week's stream, I believe, will be actually another Stallions game. As of now, unless anything changes, next week, I believe it will be the Stallions against the Maulers. Sunday at about 2 o'clock. And then the times for week 8 have not been announced yet. So I try to do a stream one for USFL game once a week. I've done one every week so far. So make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss whenever a new stream starts or whenever I post a new video. Stallions defense make turnover almost every game. Their defense is very, very good. DeMarcus Gates has been everywhere. He's forced a lot of fumbles. But the Stallions as a team, they've just been really, really good. I mean, the offense is good, and alright, so now as a Stallion fan, I have a question for you. I'm not a Stallion fan. I'm actually a General fan, who you guys beat week 1. But who should the Stallions start at quarterback? Jamar Smith or Alex Magoo? I think they could be good with either quarterback. I mean, really either way. I think Alex Magoo would still be the starting quarterback if he didn't get hurt week 1. Okay, you'd prefer Jamar Smith. I mean, again, I think he could be really either quarterback they could be successful with. As long as they can get the ball into the hands of their playmakers. But I like both. Yeah, I like both quarterbacks as well. I think either could work in the offense. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's stream and watch party for the Stallions against the Panthers game. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a new stream or video. I do my best to post as often as possible. And I will see you guys in the next video. So that's going to do it. Like, subscribe. Yes, the Stallions did win. As you can see the final score on the top of your screen. Stallions won by a final score of 33-17. Alright, so that's going to do it. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any quick questions, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I do my best to post as often as possible. Next week's stream for a USFL live watch party like this will be Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. But I do my best to post videos as often as I possibly can. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.